I think finding words definitely helped with my confidence. Just in terms of like going in there and being like so shy and so terrified about people reading my work, I guess specific to be a writer, but like the general idea of just being like putting yourself out there. I definitely coming kind of by the time I was, in sixth year and finishing off, felt a lot more just confident in myself in general, in terms of being able to like express myself and being able to just like engage in conversation and stuff like that.
I think when I started going, it's hard to tell what's like correlation, what's causation. But when I started going, it was kind of at the point in like my life, I was probably about 14, 15, where I kind of started becoming a lot more confident and making more friends like outside of my bubble of like 2 friends, you know what I mean? And it was definitely great to like be in an environment where you meet new people all the time and you have to practice talking to new people all the time, and also like, I guess being vulnerable with those new people, by like showing them your work or them showing you their work and kind of like exchanging those things. And I guess it made me like very casual actually about like showing people creative things that I was working on, because I did it so much, it didn't feel like a horribly big deal anymore to go, what do you think of this thing I wrote?
And we speak about this all the time, but just to like be treated as a writer from the get-go, and you're not like somebody trying at it, or you're not like, this is like, we're seeing you as any less than. It was like automatic respect and just like pure like, you're talking shop and craft straight away. Like,
I feel like sometimes in like there's just this idea that you can't, or like there's no point having a hobby if you're not like really talented at it. And like I think like creativity and like creative writing is really beneficial to like everyone, even if you're not like an amazing writer. Like there's so much, because you were talking about earlier how it's like so therapeutic as well, especially when you're like younger, to try and like process feelings and emotions and just have a creative space and a creative outlet.
I think I try to incorporate it wherever I could, because I always like to use every color in the crayon box. I like to pull everything I can from other areas, and having such a special space like Fighting Words and like pulling different ideas or even confidence that I was given from it, and being able to incorporate that in other areas, even in like maths. Like I remember having a conversation with the teacher and me being like why would I want to, I'm a creative person, maths isn't for me. And they're like, well, maths can be creative. And like I was able to explore that due to like the tools that I was given in Fighting Words and in workshops and in talking to primary school classes about it or whatever. And I think it's
I think that's a huge thing as well, because I feel like often people, like I really enjoyed maths as a subject in school, and I feel like people are often like, that's so weird because you're like creative, like you can only
be one thing.
Be one or the other, and that like science and like artsy subject being seen as such like dichotomies, whereas like I think when you approach these subjects creatively, especially maths, when you're learning something new and you're trying to like figure out how to solve a problem, I think a lot of the like Fighting Words kind of help with that, or creative help, is like you're not afraid of getting it wrong. So you'll like try things and then maybe it works and then maybe it won't. But I feel like if you're so kind of rigid of like not like with say something like maths, where you like there's a specific formula and this is like I'm just learning off by heart how I have to do it, but you can actually like think creatively to figure out how to like solve the problem. Obviously you still like need to know the formulas or whatever, but like they're not as like juxtaposed as I think some people sometimes think.